Boom. We are live, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Today we have a person who creates, is an engineer. I have the pleasure, and he don't knows, but he's the only one who interviewed me in my life. I always try to not to be interviewed, but he catch me, and he was very nice to me and polite. And he was talking about a event was happening in Czech Republic, and of course he is building two stuff as engineer for the mountain boards and everything. And today we're going to talk a little more about. Hello, Marian. How are you, my friend?
Hi Nelson, I'm fine and nice to be here. My pleasure. Thank you so much.
My friend, you didn't know that, but do you know that lots of people invite me for interviews, and I always try to say no. And you've been the
Really?
only one. You've been the only one. Been the only one who catch me in the interview, and
Great.
was very nice because it was in the middle of an event and a nice event. I think maybe the biggest event we have in Europe of PVs. But was very nice. And I will leave the link from his YouTube channel, and that way you guys can see it, what he's doing. Tell us a little more about the channel and a little more about you, my friend.
Okay, so yeah, so about me, I will start about me then. As maybe many people in our PV's world, I
Mm-hmm.
had a background in classic skateboarding,
Mm-hmm.
like a young guy, and I was, how to say, a long time searching something which will give me back the, how to say, the happiness
Mm-hmm.
of my life, some hobby. And I was a long time missing the hobby which I will really feel. And finally I found Esk8. I found something on web. Then I found the guys in Prague in train, and that's how start my journey for Esk8. And also I'm a DIY guy, mechanical engineer. So this was something for me like, okay, why I should not build one for me? Yeah, that was my start. And the reason why I create the channel was that I was something like, I would like to be known for the community, because I'm also time to time produce some parts which I'm sharing to the guys which need that. And that was also the main reason that I will be visible for that guys, that I'm not no one with no history. So that was the main reason. My reason was not to be a YouTuber. I'm not the YouTuber, but I'm an engineer. Yeah, and that was the reason why I create this channel.
So before you continue, I just want to say this is not a promotion. I'm not. He's not paying me nothing, and I have the pleasure to know him in Czech Republic and in the event, and he makes DIY products for the community of mountain boarding, and I invite him to come here. That way, nothing is paid. It's just us sharing rider to rider and showing that the community is always working and improving, and he's one of them. He's an engineer, and he said, okay, why not I create something for the community? And that's why this video, if you are seeing, this is from him, from his channel, and he's showing everything he's doing. And that, to be clear, that everybody to understand, oh, he's making propaganda. Like always, we don't sell nothing here. We just invite riders. He's a rider, and of course he's a DIY who makes, and that's why I invited him, because he's an amazing person, and I recommend for you guys to go see his videos. How he talks with Fabian from what's the name now?
Ansra.
Onsa, how was from the events in Czech Republic. He's doing a lot for the community, and that's why I told him to come here. My friend, please tell us a little more before we continue. Sorry to interrupt, but sometimes it's better for us to explain, because then the people think we are doing a business here.
Yeah, no, this is not definitely the business. And I would just say that that it's very beneficial that in our community is a lot of engineers, like software engineers, guys which are doing the electrics and so on. And that's the reason why our community is growing so fast. And we are right now each year better and better machine for the races, because the community itself is develop everything, I would say.
Mhm.
Yeah, if you can see that there are the ideas which are shared also on the Esk8 forum and everywhere, that this is our main goal, that we are the community of the person which have some knowledge which
Mhm.
is able to transfer to our hobby and increase our hobby to the other level.
I think too, my friend. I think that is very, very important for us to share more and more every day, and that way we can grow this, and that way we can have a better machines to write and saved. And it's always good to have a person who write and test it, and then he can try to create better things. How do you came to ideas? Can you show us a little what you have? I have the video here, but show us a little of the products that you made till now.
Yeah, so of course I'm not the first one which start to do some chains. Of course,
Uh-huh.
when I came, I saw that there is a guys like Idea, there is the guys like Etox, there is some French guys, and many guys which start with the parts itself. Yeah, and there are also the brands which are building the complete board. So the first, when I see somebody to create these things, was, I would say, the Idea and Etox. Those guys was the guys which really inspired me, and I would say them that I giving them the respect, because those are the guys which was on the beginning. Yeah, and my plan was to do a lot of fancy things and so on, but to be honest, I don't have so much time. So I'm happy that I'm doing time to time something, and I have the big family, and it's not so easy to even create
But
videos for the YouTube channel. Yeah.
but is the important thing, my friend. You try it, and having a job and everything shows that you are trying to do something good for the community, and that's what is the difference from other persons that they do it differently. I think you explained to me when we was in Czech Republic that you said, Nelson, you tried the sets and everything, and I said, no, I didn't try, and I was always working with belts, not chains. And I think today the better option is not belts. I think belts is not a good option.
Yeah, I would say, from the, if I could say something like an engineer, I would say every systems we have is good for some special purpose.
Mhm.
So belts are also good for some kinds of usage. If you would like to have easy maintenance, less noise,
Mhm.
lightweight, then you go to the belts. If you
Mhm.
would like to have the robust solution which will work in the mood, in rain, and everywhere, go to the chain and
Mhm.
wait. If you would
Mhm.
like to have the zero maintenance, go to the gear drives. Yeah,
Mhm.
everything have some plus and minus, and
Mhm.
that's the way of the engineering, how the engineer thinking, that you should choose what you need, because it's bad to say something is best. Nothing is best, just best for you, but for your usage. Yeah, and therefore I'm focused on the chain, because from my point of view it's very lightweight and
Mhm.
it's very robust, and it's great for the mountain boards from my point of view. Yeah,
I think too. I agree with you. I was maybe a little more, but today I don't use close to zero belts. I understand people with less weight is a good option, but for me, I was riding off road so many times that I have to change 3, 4 times, and sometimes I have to bring with me so many belts in my pack. And I
Yeah,
said, no, that is not option for me anymore. And then you have the gear drive is fantastic, but the gear drive, if breaks something, is going to
yeah,
be in a bad situation.
yes,
And I think, in my opinion, I think the better option is you and safer. can happen that is going to break something, but is not everything is a paradise. But I think this set, like you show me, you talk with me, you don't try to sell me nothing, and I think that was a good thing for me to see it, that you have a idea, and how do you explain to me, I think is very good. And tell us, for us to understand, how do you make this product, how do you came with these ideas, and what type of products are you using?
Yeah, so this is nothing special and nothing brand new. As I said, this the first guys which used that was Etox and so on. But I can imagine that the reason why he not selling that more time was because it was not so massive, and this is not massive production. I am just time to time something sell and buy new protectors or new motors, and that's it. This is not this is mostly the hobby, not the business. Yeah, I would say. And what I'm using the industrial chain, which is a European standard, 06 ISO. Yeah, 06 ISO, and this is the quite robust, which should, how to say, the tension of the chain. It's maybe surprisingly the same like the premium belt.
Okay.
But the premium belt have anyway the problem that it's a belt, and in wet could be some way damaged, but chain not. Yeah. So the reason why I'm using this 06 standard is that it's more robust than 05 standard. I saw that some people also using the 05 standard, but right now, if you have the motors which have 4 kilowatts or more, it's no sense to go smaller chain. This chain is, I would say, the best for the mountain board. I would, because of the how to say, transmission possibility and because of the weight. Yeah.
What is the difference between the two of them for the people?
0.5. It's smaller links, and it's lightweight. But of course, the tension, it's 50% of this 06. So it's a 50% difference for the strength tension. And therefore no way, and 06 is just the way for me. Yeah.
And this also part is used for,
sorry,
this part that you are showing now in a video is
this for metrics too, because this motor mounts was designed by me, but I don't have the CNC, so I was asking some service guys to do that. But right now it was for me worthless to sell the motor mounts because it's expensive, and if, as I said, this is most hobby than the business. And if I have tens of motor mounts in my shuffle and waiting 1 year to sell that, it's not productive for me. So I'm just really focused on the chain and the gears for the chain. And maybe I'm thinking about some different products, but right now the chain is
show us a little. You have some of them with you there.
Yeah. So this is, for example, the lightweight version of 41 tooth. So this is the most favorite for mountain
off-roading.
Off-roading guys needs a big gear ratio, so they're asking for the biggest, but this is the biggest which is possible to use for 8-inch tire. So 41 tooth. And for example, this is the lowest one, which is for MBS. This is 33. This is what I will use right now for the weekend race. We have right now in Pardubice race, so I will use this for my setup for this weekend.
Okay.
And what is the specialty? What I'm doing for the community is that I'm if somebody asks me for support, I'm able to calculate him the awareness of the system, because normally every system has some lifetime. And if you are able to calculate awareness, you are able to increase the lifetime. So if somebody asks me for support, at first what I'm doing is I'm calculate for him the best solution. So I'm able to calculate for him the axis distance for the chain, and I'm able to calculate the awareness. So it means that if they have from me the solution, they have complete solution for the long life. Yeah, because if you have the wrong chain gears, you have maybe you could have a very fast this chain death. And the reason is that you have a wrong setup, that the how to say, the number of the tooth of the pinion and number of the tooth of the wheel and the number of the links is not corresponding correctly, and difficult to explain in English, but finally the awareness it's not equal, and that means that you have more loud maybe your chain drive, and you will have it soon damaged.
Maybe you are damaging your motors because of that.
No. I would say no, the motors, but you can have an early damage of your chain, or you have the early damage of the pinion. And I saw also some pictures which guys from community sent me, when they have really on the tooth, each second tooth was thicker than the each second, so thicker and much more, yeah. And that's the reason how it looks if you have the wrong setup. Yes, after many kilometers, you see that the one tooth it's maybe weak and one is massive, weak, massive, weak, massive. And that's the reason that you have not equal awareness of your system. If you will have the equal awareness, you will have the each tooth the same thickness, and you are able to use that longer time.
That is good to know. So many years, and I'm very, very, very interesting now to know a little more about that. I think that is, I think most of the people don't know that.
Yes,
and that is very sad.
Exactly, this is same. For example, also in the gear drive, because in the gear drive, if you have software which you are able to calculate gear drive, you are able to calculate, for example, the combination for the lowest noise, or you are able to find a combination for the maximum strength, or you are able to find combination for the maximum lifetime. Everything is right now able to some way identify and calculate, and based on this develop your solution. But right now, for example, if you have the open gear drive for the race board, you don't need this, because your target is win the race, and if something is where, you change that. But if you would like to have some gear drive for long time and you don't want to do any maintenance and something like that, this should be from the beginning developed and calculated. And the real engineers, which is graduated engineers, they know that. The people which are hobbyists and just Google something and develop something, they don't know that.
That is something very important.
Yes,
like me, I didn't know.
This is for the race is not important.
Okay,
but for the normal usage, if somebody would like to have some needs, it's good to know that. Yeah, but as I mentioned, we are so small community that it's not beneficial for any company to do that now. Yeah,
but putting in this way, don't you think that is a bad thing for the community when we are small, that we don't teach directly from the beginning to everyone how to do the right thing? Because when it's later on, it's going to be more difficult for everybody to understand it.
Yes, definitely. So there are these small details which can give you some benefits for your board. Yeah, and as I mentioned, it's right now it's not so much popular, not clear, but definitely this is the mechanical engineering. Yeah.
Okay, and I think it's important for us to work with each other. Because I think most of the riders, that's why I think you as a DIYer and a rider is good for you, and then you are engineer, then you can mix the three things together, and then you know what you are doing, and you can explain, like when we was the two of us in the Czech Republic, you tried to explain a little to me, but because it was lots of things, I was with the drone and you have to race and everything. I think that was something that the people need to know more. the mountain boarding guys out there, and we as a small community, we have to make this grow. There is one of them from Germany, and that is one of the guys who love mountain boarding, and I think that is a good thing, a good topic for him to know a little more about. And I think he's gear drive, but I think like I told you, I think your style is better, and for him is a little noisier, but I think he's very, very good. And,
Yeah, but I would say if you have the good design, the chain drive, it's not so much louder. And right now, I'm not sure if there is in Czech, it's one guy, Mike, and he is a specialist for the long rides. And he also he tested the gears drives, he tested the bell drives, and finally he asked me for the chain drive. And right now he told me chain drive is the most reliable for the long distance race. All right, but of course they have some minuses. Like for example, he is not using the rubber or TPU or the washer between the tracks and the deck. How call it? And therefore he feeling maybe the vibration from the chain. For example, this is also maybe small negative which could have if you have the setup which have no, how to say, dampers or how to call it. So as I mentioned, each solution has some pluses and minuses.
Yes, of course. And I think it's important for us to try to find the best solution for each person. And
Exactly.
That's why I think it's better when they can speak with you. And now that we are talking about, you talk about something that is going to happen this weekend. Tell us a little more about, because you already invite me and you say I'm coming always to Czech Republic, but I never come to the event from you guys off-roading, and I noticed that it's going to be again. Tell us a little more.
But yeah, the off-roading, unfortunately, off-roading was last week, but it was mainly focused for the one wheel. And there was the chance that there will be small category for the mountain boards, and we were very happy. We bought the special Trampa tires and everything for that. And finally, that guys canceled our group because they have a lot of one wheel guys, and we were nowhere. We stay at home. But this week there is in Pardubice the UAMK race, which is X race. Again, but it's on classic Pardubice track, which is the outdoor track, which is not so smooth, but and I'm not so much the racer for this kind of tracks. I'm like off-road, but because there is no race for off-road, then I must go there. That's the point.
I noticed that last week one of the guys from Czech Republic has made the time lapse record of the world.
No, Czech Republic. It's Hungarian. You mean Bence?
Oh, Hungary. Sorry, he's from Hungary. I always, do you know why I'm always tell him? I tell him too in person. He always tell me, Nelson, I'm not from Czech Republic.
Yeah,
and I always see him in Czech Republic. That was the only places I meet him.
He's on every race. He's on every race in Czech Republic. And for example, now he asking me, because he ordered some things from Tito, and he asking me if he can send it to me directly from Tito, and when he will come to the race, he will rebuild the boards and then race. Yeah,
he rebuild in a moment.
Yeah,
he's always doing. I was in Hungary in an event from One Wheel, and he was there, and I was like, my God, you are in all of them.
And I would say we are in Europe really connected with the German guys, with the Hungarian guys, with the Belgian guys, French guys, Spain guys. Yeah, so really, I would say anyway there are some borders, but we are in contact and we are friends from the race.
Hey, he said, we meet us in Petersburg. That is here close to me. But the important thing for me, he was here too in Germany. The guy from Hungary, he was here with us in Germany riding, and I was like, hey, he was riding with us. in a moment, how do you see, my friend, you as a mountain boarder? I know that the French guys, they are very active. How do you see you guys in Czech Republic, and how do you see the mountain board community? Do you seeing growing, or you how can you describe it now?
Okay, so maybe yeah, the mountain boards. I would say it's not so much popular, or in Czech there are some guys which have it, and we are small community, and mostly the guys which have the mountain boards, I would say they are using them for the longer tracks. But for some jumping and some extreme things, I have here in Pardubice one friend, a very good friend, and we are both riding together, and this guy is really mad, and this is really do jumping, and he motivated me to do any jumps what you see on my channel. So there is this guy and me, and he's pushing me to do that. He already bended the Matrix 3 tracks. Yeah, he already bended the aluminium MBS hubs. He everything bended. He's jumping like a crazy guy. And the mountain boarding.
Are you talking about this one?
But
this is one of the events
for you guys. This was me. This is the off-road track, which was not so much right now happen. Yeah, I was third in this race, I would say, or some of this race. I have the medal from third place, but after that it was not repeating this race. So,
but I don't think it's a bad race. Do you like it? It was good.
Yeah, it was on the BMX. It was on the BMX track, and it was very good and better than nothing. Maybe the most enjoying is something in the forest. But yeah, as I mentioned, the forest race was focused just on one wheel, and we need to do something for us, I would say, for the mountain boards. Yeah,
and different.
Yes, and different. Ideally, somewhere on the single track or in somewhere in the mountains or something like that, because that's really enjoying for me.
Yeah, I think too, my friend. Let me just find here the one you told, the jumping. So, guys, all the videos we are seeing is from his channel, and which video is with the jumping?
The steps, something there should be something like a learning jumps on steps, something like that.
Yep.
And there was those 6 steps. The length was maybe 1 meter and something, and we was really, this is the just to be heated. But if you move to the to maybe 50% of the length of the video, then we will be on the steps. Yeah, now this is how I first time tried it. Yeah.
Let's put it from the beginning.
Yeah, and but I was really, when I did this, I decided, yeah, it's possible. And second time it was
it's easier.
Yeah, it was okay.
The first time is always you don't know what is going to happen. Then when you see it, you say, oh, it's not so dramatic like I was thinking.
But that guy in the red T-shirt, that's the main guy. He's Aleš, and he's jumping everything everywhere. He's everything bended, everything destroyed, and this guy is, how to say, my mentor in the jumping. Yeah.
And he was smoking a cigarette and say, you have to do like this, and you have to
do exactly. And now he will jump, I would say, and he jumped like a pro, really.
Yeah, okay. Of course, if you have the experience, it's easier.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, at the moment you do it one time is going to be.
And we was really thinking about that. Yeah, we should do that or not? How fast we need to go? I need to push boards to be jump it out and something like that. There are a lot of science behind, but finally it's just the jumping.
Here in Germany, we have a couple guys, but in a moment the community is very, 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 very slow. The only person is active is Bjorn, and he likes to jump a lot, and he likes to make crazy stuff. And yeah, I hope that the community starts to work a little more and create more events. Maybe we can come to other countries and try to do more stuff. I like to see the guys from France. They do a lot of things, but the problem is France sometimes is so far away. Mika was making an event, but it was 1,200 kilometers from me. For me to go 1,200 kilometers just for a small ride is very difficult, because you have to think alone to ride when you have 2 or 3 persons, it's easier because you change. But alone, 1,200 kilometers is like close to one day go there, one day coming back, and I have to work too. This is not
You're right.
possible.
You're right.
For me, it's more easy to go to Czech Republic. It's around 500, 600 kilometers. Then I'm closer. So, my friend, talking about you, what you see, I'm going to put a video and we're going to talk about that because I think these guys, they make the difference. Today, maybe the events we are having in Europe, we have to thank to these guys because they work a lot. That was my first interview with him. Tell us a little about this event. How do you see this event?
Yeah, as you know, you already have the guys which organized that here. It's
that
our,
was difficult, but I made it, huh?
yeah, all three guys from Czech Republic, Jan, Dave, and Dan.
And
those
Dan,
guys
he always tells he cannot speak English, and he speaks a lot
yes.
of English. We catch him. And the other thing is he can speak in German too.
Okay, yeah, those guys. And Dan is the main motivator of that because he's maybe the oldest guy, but he's
he can speak English, German, everything.
Yeah, and he's one of the group which in Czechoslovak start with the skateboarding. You know, when there was a communism and skateboarding was a really crime, that this guy was in the part of the community, and everybody still pushed to do something. So he's very how to say energy guy. So and this event was the very good event.
Sorry, my friend. This event, they do it if you guys go. This is the X race. They have X races happening all year. You go to the website from them and you're going to find everything. Be updated. They do it in France now. They are doing in Spain too. They are doing in lots of places together with other teams. That way, maybe it's close to you. Go and visit. I know that these guys from Spain, they are coming to the events. And in France, is going to be a big event in September. And August, I think, is going to be another one in Czech Republic. Go to there. They deserve all the credit. But for you, my friend, how can you describe it?
That I would say that this race is very professional race, and that guys have the unique system which they have own software and own tracking system which track each rider time. So it's very high level, I would say, and it's unique for the Czech Republic. And right now I understood that guys are, as you mentioned, they import that system to the other races, to the other countries for below the same brand, XE race. And as you mentioned, I'm recommended to everybody to go there. This is in the Pitland, which is small, how to say, small hall for the small pit bikes, or how to call it. And this race was
pit bikes.
Yeah, and this race was 3 weeks ago, and I have the new videos which I will release in next 2 weeks, hopefully. For the last race. I have there the interview from the guys from Australia. From the guys,
you've been with the Rasta man.
Bell. I was with Bell. I was with now you know. I have
let us surprise us in the video. That way it's going to be good. So it's going to be lots of person. I was with the guy who loves to make the wheelies. He was here in an interview for about 2 weeks ago. And I think he's one of the crazy guys we have in this sport. And thank you so much for interviewing him. I think he's amazing. I was not possible to be there, but tell us in 3 weeks, how was that? How can you describe? Because there was lots of people there from Germany. I don't know how many countries there, but I think it was 15 or more countries.
It
from
was
USA.
Great. There was a Australian guy, US guys, Germany, Spain, Poland, Hungarian,
France.
Yeah. So many people. It was like a European Esk8 con, if I should call that. The from US there was the Tucker. So the lot of guys, very nice guys, and they were surprised what we have
There
in
is the guy
Europe.
here. We are thinking it was from Czech
Bence,
Republic,
yeah, Bence,
and this is the
Bence.
guy with this machine is now the fastest machine in the world. He
Yeah,
make 2 seconds
not this one,
less.
but modified.
Yeah, of course. This is the old one. This video
Yeah,
is, I
exactly.
think, 2 years or close to
Yeah,
3 years.
yes, 2 years and
Yeah.
2 years. And Bence had, for example, very ugly fail in the 3 weeks ago. He also was so friendly that he shared me his fail from his camera, so I will have it also in my videos. Very
Oh,
interesting for everybody to see that. Yeah.
that is very good, my friend.
So it was like a championships, world championships. When I ask for the atmosphere of the guys from abroad, everybody say me, "Hey, I'm feeling like this is very professional, mate, and I'm feeling like the world championships, really." Yeah,
And now is the good thing. You know what is the good thing? I see some of the videos with the drones and everything.
yeah,
That shows that we are changing in Europe, and we are stepping. Here's the man from ONSA.
yeah, yeah,
uh,
Fabian. Yeah,
uh, and we are changing, and these events are coming bigger, and that is good a lot for the skateboards and mountain boarding. I think that is a good thing to have these events. Is making maybe the persons to wake up and come back again to ride more and be more active, don't you think?
yeah, I'm agree with you. I'm agree with you because, but right now I see how fast this is growing. You know, if you remember, maybe 3 years ago, which
Hmm.
machines we had for the
Hmm.
race, and which machines guys have now for the race.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
And
there
you
is
have lots
something
of
like,
good riders, huh?
yeah, and there's something like from different universe right now. Yeah,
Hmm.
and also for the cost for the machines right now, it's from the universe. If the open category, because you know in Czech in Europe we are more categories, and there is the category open, which is basically open for everything,
Yeah.
binding, for motors. It doesn't matter what, you can use everything you want. And there is the second category, which is 2WD, which
Hmm.
is for the machine with no bindings and
Hmm.
just two motors. And this is the category which is, I would say, right now very good for the people which would like to step to the race now.
Hmm.
That he should start with this category, and if they will get some ability for the ride, maybe they can switch to the category I mentioned, because
Yeah.
really right now it's going to the more professional. When I see how Bence was starting, Bence was like a young guy from Hungary
Hmm.
which came and say, "Yeah, I'm just starting that. I like that." And right now I see his improvement. He earned every money he have to this. Yeah, I would say everything he must,
But they
because
represent us very good in USA too, my friend.
definitely that
Uh,
guys is very good and very friendly and
mhm.
nice, and represent Europe definitely. And next point, what is he told me, "Hey Marian, you know, I was not so fast in American because you don't want to have the injury in US, yeah, because of the healthy system." So I can imagine for the European guys which go to the America, it's totally different. Like for the American go to the Europe, yeah, they really ask, "You really have the insurance for everything, really?" Yeah, they were surprised that when Bence had the crash, we came directly to the hospital and they made him the CT
Uh-huh.
directly for free. Yeah, they were surprised. Yeah, so
Yeah, because they
so
are not used to that, my friend. That is the
yeah,
problem.
yeah,
Everything is private. Everything you have to pay.
yeah,
Everything
yeah,
the
yeah,
people are.
yeah,
You see,
yeah,
when some of the riders who has accidents, they are always asking USA, "Can you support with us with the
yeah,
payments and everything?" Because you see, Mario. Mario was one of them. Was with
yeah,
a big accident, and he asked for help because he was in a bad situation. And good that we are in Europe. The system is totally different, and very sad. But
yeah,
talking about this that we are living now, because we have a big background, we know how that started, how it was in the beginning, how many riders, and seeing today how this goes to another level, because we are pushing and we are seeing now the guys from AUC is more doing more off-roads, the guys from mountain boards doing more off-roads, and you guys are like in the center of lots of people who love the mountain boarding. More to the west, the guys from Hungary, Poland, uh,
England.
yeah, all
I
of them.
forgot England, but England
Yeah,
also. Yeah.
yeah, we have Tilo from England too. The guys from England, of course, we cannot forget Trampa guys and
Yeah.
all of them. They make a big event every year. There is, of course, but from one way they have a big support from Trampa there. Here we are more in our hands, and of course, I would love to see more the Trampa guys involved here in Europe. Uh, uh, but they are more in UK, and that is, I think they have to bring the guys here to Europe and ride against us, the Europeans, and I think that will be fun for all of us and for the community to grow. I want to see this community. I have my friend here in Germany who loves to ride mountain board and says sometimes it's very difficult. It's just 3, 4 guys are active with the mountain boards. The rest they have mountain boards, but they don't ride.
Yeah. Same here. Same here, unfortunately. Yeah.
And that's what we have to change. So to finish, my friend, and then he catch me here and the interview, and it was very nice. Was for me, I don't do so much interviews because I don't want to say no to nobody, and I don't want to be in lots of places because that's why I always try not to go, because if I go to one, I have to go to all of us. But in your interview was very difficult because we was in an ambient that we love, the two of us, is being with the community, being with the riders. And I'm very, very happy that you make another interview now with the riders there, and I hope to see this interview in your channel and to share it. And that is the main goal, is for us to talk with the riders and to know them a little more. Let me see what he say. I see Tilo has a terrible crash in Esk8 going. Yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
And Mari was not there too because he was with a crash before too. That is persons that are very strong. Tilo is a very strong rider,
Yeah.
and of course Mario is the other one. But now is coming lots of riders in USA that are saying, Mario, you have to step up because new riders and girls are starting to ride too, and they are very good. I have lots of girls who came here to the interview already, and they are very, very, very good. I hope that to us to see more. How was this year, my friend? The event there? Do you see more kids, less kids? Was the same kids?
More kids. More kids. More. As I mentioned, it's growing every year, growing, and it was really huge. This year I was not racing because I was not. I not catch the first wave for the tickets.
Mm-hmm.
And therefore I decide, okay, I'm not so good rider to pay that money and be on the end. I will do more for the community when I will do the YouTube channel, a
Yeah,
YouTube
thank you, my
interview.
friend.
And this is what I said to guys. Hey guys, I will support you definitely with the interview, not with the ride this year, because I'm not so good rider on this kind of track. And it was better because I was really focused on the race, on the race, like a interview and guys. Yeah. So I have more time for the preparing, more time to thinking how it will looks, and the level of the race was really huge, and I'm surprised what I could expect next year.
My friend, first of all, I want to say thank you so much. I want to bring more riders from mountain boarding. We have to have more people here because that way mountain boarding, skateboarding, to push them a little more. The one wheeling is bigger enough. The AUCs is growing very fast, but I think the skateboarding and the mountain boarding needs just a wake up. The boards are there, the love is there. I know that there is lots of guys who have boards and they have the boards on the wall, and they are not doing nothing, and they have to do a little exercise, and we have to push for them to come outside of the nest and go for a ride. and that way, I think that is going to say, "Oh, whew, I'm missing something here," and then we're going to have more and more persons like you, like me, like Bjorn, like everyone is loving this sport, and not just saying, "Oh, that is so nice. Maybe I'm going to do it tomorrow." That way, they're going to say, "I'm going to go 100%." My friend, first of all, I want to say thank you so much for coming here. Uh,
Thank you so much to be here.
my friend, I'm going to leave your YouTube channel for the people to go there, subscribe, and to see your videos, to see what happened in a last race. I think the three guys from the organization, they deserve all the credit. The people from the pit land, they deserve. All the riders was there. They deserve our respect because they drive lots of hours, lots of to go to the event, and I hope that way uh, this sport can grow, and we can show to the guys who has the money to start to sponsor more the
Yeah.
events, and that way we can see more and more riders. That is the important thing. And for you, my friend, I know that is a hobby, but every time you do something new for all of us is always a pleasure. And I think I know as you as a private person, but I think it's always good for the community to have something new. And of course, if you are out there and you need to know what is the best setting for you to have in your machine, how to do it, the change and everything, talk with him. I think it's a good thing for you to learn if your machine is working correctly. I think it's the best way.
Definitely. I open to everybody. People can catch me on the Esk8 forum or here on the YouTube. Yeah. So don't hesitate and ask.
So, my friend, like always, I leave you with the last words for the community. The people who's going to see this video, don't forget we are in X, we are now in Facebook, in all the groups of course, mountain boarding, but we put in other groups too, and we are in YouTube. This is a free channel. We don't make no money with this, no profit. That is just for us to make promotion, free promotion for the riders. We are coming now to more 6 interviews. We are with 400 interviews, guys. I'm waiting for the 400. I'm going to bring a very special person in the 400 because it's a special day for me. Coming to 400 interviews is not easy. 400 riders in my life, and all of them very special for me. New friends, and I learned so much. Like today, again, I learned with you that is not just make a gear drive or making a belt or something like that. Is having the to know what are you using, and that's why I love these interviews. We are always learning with the riders who come here, and that is a privilege to have you here, my friend. It was very nice to talk with you, not in person, but to talk with you again, and have the pleasure to know you in person. I think you are amazing person and a very simple person, and that's what we need more. People who love this sport like you love and are trying to do something for us to go in a better way. That is my ending. I leave you with the last words for you, my friend, and thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, Nelson. And I mean, you are the great person, not me. You are doing more for the community, and thank you for chance to be there and also present my benefits for the community. And hope so I will be able to continue and support community more and support the guys which are organized the race and so on. Yeah.
My friend, you have a beautiful country. I recommend to everybody to go there. It's one of the beautiful countries that I ride the PVs with no problems, with no, if you respect the rules, you can ride in this country with the PVs, be respectable, enjoy your life. I have the pleasure to travel in Prague, 7 o'clock in the morning. The police was close to me in a car. They say, "Top." They see that I was having fun. They don't tell me nothing. They was very happy to seeing me 7 o'clock in the morning riding in the middle of Prague. Prague is 7 o'clock is the best time for you to go. 7 o'clock of the morning, of course, is the best time for you to go because there's no tourists, no nothing, and you can see all the city and enjoy it. And believe me, not just Prague. Czech Republic is a beautiful country. Go for the races, but maybe like me, I was with my family there. I was having a good time, enjoying, and that way you can make the two things in one. You go for your love, and your family go visit the country and the cities.
Yeah, definitely. And
So
food.
and the good food, of course. That is very, very important. So, my friends, thank you so much, and have a good day, a good night. Like always, ride fast, but always be safe.